Well, it's probably not the best day to do this, but what I'm doing here is I'm going to install this. This is basically a diverter valve which will run off one of the waste pipes that comes out of the bathroom, and it'll allow us to harvest grey water basically. So it's just like a gate valve really. So by pulling this little valve one way or the other, it opens it on the inside, and either it'll go through the waste pipe or it'll come through here, which I'll run with some pipe work to a water butt. So I've got some pipe work down there. I've got a load of fittings here, because one of the problems I've got, if you can see up there, these pipes are not plastic, they're actually copper. So they're old copper waste pipes, and I wasn't going to do this because there's nothing wrong with them, they work fine. But I thought, well, while I'm here, I might as well just take the lot out and replace it with black plastic, so it's all a standard size, then running from the bath to the sink. So we're going to put the valve on that shorter pipe which comes from the bath, and at some point we may plumb the sink one into it so we can take the water off the sink, but for now, as an experiment, we're just doing it from the bath one. And then there'll be a pipe that runs sort of above the door, down the side of that waste pipe and into a water butt, which I haven't got yet, but I'll get there. So my first job is to get up there and get these two copper pipes out and the old overflow, which isn't connected to anything. This one for the bath one, I've already disconnected it on the bath side, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I can just get the pipe to come out this way, and I might have to make the hole a little bit bigger to get a length of 40mm pipe in. So I'm going to get up there and have a crack at that now. Okay, so here's my copper pipe, which you can see is loose, and you can see the concrete starting to crack there. So I've just got to get it to come this way. So I'm just going to use good old brute force and ignorance for that. And hopefully I won't have to do too much patching up, although it looks like it's already been patched up in places. And I'll have a big enough hole to get the 40mm pipe through. So let's just get that out then, I guess. Okay, so I've got my copper pipe out. There's the rest of it on the floor. It's thick old stuff. And up there is where my waste pipe is going to go. As I said, I'm replacing it all with 40mm solvent pipe. So this is the stuff you glue, not the push fit stuff. But I'll go through that in a minute. These smaller pipes will come off our little gizmo, which is here, so they'll come off there somewhere. And like I said, this is just for diverting grey water from the bath, but I'll go through the steps of putting that in a bit. And the idea is it just gets solvented onto your waste pipe, and then you pull the little valve, which is just like a gate valve or that kind of thing, and it just sends the flow of water, instead of down your waste pipe, this one, it sends it through this little one, which you can then collect. Anyway, so now all I've got to do is sort my waste pipes out from the bath, then I can put this on. So I shall get on and do that now. Okay, so here's me. It's a bit awkward to get into, but here's my waste pipe, and I've already put the fittings on, so you've got a bit to screw it to that fitting, a washer and a rubber, and the idea is you push the pipe into there and then you tighten it all up, and it's a compression fitting basically. So I'm going to put that in there now, and then everything I need to do will be on the outside. Okay. Right, so there it is. It's all done up nice and tight, as is the trap for the bath. Before I put the bath panel on or back on, I will check it all for leaks. It's got quite a good run on it for where it goes out of the wall, so there's a good fall on it, so it should drain nicely. Right, okay, so the rest of it I just need to do outside. Okay, so there it is, my plumbing's done. So this is the pipe that comes from the bath. I've got an elbow, a straight section to the little diverter valve, and then another straight section. And I've marked on the wall there, there and there and there where it gets fixed. There. So before I put any glue on, I know everything's where it needs to be, and I can fix it in place. So the last thing to do will be put the solvent on the elbow, solvent this little valve in, and that's it. And then if need be, I might put a bend just to make sure that goes down there, because the angle's changed slightly from where it was. But that's it. And the idea is this valve, when it's open, will send water down to the hopper, and when it's closed, or open the other way if you like, it'll send water out of this inlet, which will go down the side there, past that waste pipe, and then into a water butt. And that's it really. There's 2 cords that come off here, which will come down the wall, and a couple of eyelets, and then you'll just pull one to open it, one to close it, and that's it. It's called it's made by a company called Water2, and it costs 30 quid. Admittedly, I didn't need to worry about doing all the rest of the plumbing, but I thought, well, while I'm here, and because these copper pipes, which this one I've still got to do, are not standard sizes anymore, I thought, well, I might as well do the lot while I'm here, and then it's all matching, nice and uniform. So there we go. So now I've just got to solvent it, and that'll be that. Okay. Right, so it's pretty much done. Obviously all my pipe is now glued, and I'm waiting for it to set. And I've installed the device with the 3 screws as well. There's one there, and there's one in between, just about to it, in between there, which is quite tricky to get to, so bear that in mind. Also, as the back of this is plastic, don't do these up too tight because you'll split it. But yeah, so that's it. I've got the cords on, so one to open, one to close. And then next what I've got to do is install some eyelets, which are supplied with the kit. So, little eyelet, and the idea is this will be fixed here and the cords will run through it. And that's it really. It uses standard 40mm waste pipe, which is why I just thought, well, I'll just replace a lot, it's easier. It's about time we got rid of this old copper anyway. I've got that one left to do. And that's it really. Simple. It's not a hard job. If you're not confident using the glue, the solvent joins, just use push fit ones, but make sure the pipe matches the fixings. So you have to get the right pipe for, if you're using solvent welds, you need to make sure that the pipe and the fittings are compatible with solvent. So it's not a good idea to go push fit pipe and solvent joins, because it doesn't work very well when you'll get leaks. So obviously the last thing I've got to do is, once the solvent's gone off, which takes about an hour or so, is test it, make sure it doesn't leak, and then I can get on and do the rest of this. The only reason I did this bit first is because the bath is out of action until it's done, so the quicker I get that done the better. So now all I've got to do, like I said, is drill a couple of holes. I'll put a link to where I purchased this from, the website. Like I said, it cost £29, $29.99, and I think $3.95 delivery, but I ordered it on a Saturday and it turned up Tuesday, so it's pretty quick. Everything you need comes in the box, so you get the valve itself, cords, eyelets, screws, roll plugs, that kind of thing. But it is pretty easy to fit. The next thing I'm going to do obviously is run some pipe from here over that way to a water butt. That pipe which I've got there, which is 21.5mm overflow pipe, and obviously I've got some holes to patch up as well. But that's it. That's how you install the device. It's pretty simple, but if you're not confident with plumbing and stuff like this, you can always get somebody you know who is to do it, or even get a plumber to do it. It didn't take me that long. Most of it really was getting the old copper out of the wall, which you may not have, you probably won't, and making the hole in the wall slightly bigger for the pipe. That was it. The rest of it is just drilling a few holes and sticking some pipe together. Okay, alright, so I'll get on and finish the last bit and then check for leaks. Alright, there it is, installed. So I'll put the cords on now. There's the first eyelet and the second one's here, and it's kind of simple really. You just pull one to open, one to close. That's it. So the cords will be down here, so it should work fine from there. Again, that's it. So basically, that's how you install this particular grey water diverter. Obviously I've got to run the pipes on, and I'll put that on in a bit, but the main bulk of it is done. I've done some extra steps because I've just replaced our old waste pipes while I was at it, but most people will already have a 40mm waste pipe set up on the house, so it's literally just a case of cutting out a section and gluing that in and fixing it to the wall. On some of it, if the gap here is too great, you might have to put a piece of wood behind it and mount it on that, but otherwise that's it. So there we go. Now all I've got to do is the rest of it, but I'll put those steps on as well. You can just connect a hose pipe to this if you want to go down that route, but we're trying something a little bit more elaborate because, well, why not? Anyway, so I'll let my glue set, test it for leaks, then I've got to patch up the holes, but I'll probably leave the hole patching up until I've removed this waste pipe as well. And that's it. So that's pretty much how to install this little gizmo for harvesting grey water. Right, well, it's a bit windy today, and I seem to have misplaced the videos of me installing this pipe work. But as you can see, I've run the thinner pipe, the 21.5mm, all the way along the wall, above the door, and then it comes down here, down the side of the wall, to the water butt just there. And there's a bit of a kink out there, so it actually goes into the water butt, and that's it. That's all solvent weld pipe, so it's all glued, which is really easy to do. And then I've just used a few pipe clips to get it on the wall, and that's that. So we'll be using that in the summer, and hopefully it will save us a few quid. So yeah, so there's the valve. The idea is when we want to use it, we pull the cord which opens the valve, and then the water will go this way, and then down the wall to the water butt, and that's it. Okay, thanks for watching.